Fire, 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 hear the people shout. Where are the firemen to put the fire out? They leap into their hats and boots and slide down poles with one big scoot. They bore their engine, off it goes with hook and ladder, rubber hose. They pass us by so very fast we've hardly time to gaze. Their big bells clang, make way for us to fight the roaring blaze. Fire, 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 raging all about. Here come the firemen to put the fire out.
Once upon a time, there was a great, big, tall fireman. And once upon a time, there was a little fireman. They lived in two firehouses right next door to each other. And one fireman had a big black and white Dalmatian dog who ran behind his big fire engine. And the other fireman had a very little black and white Dalmatian puppy dog who ran to all the fires right behind his little fire engine. One night, the two firemen were sleeping in their firehouses, and the Dalmatian dogs were sleeping under their fire engines, when clang went the loud ringing noise of the fire gong in the big firehouse, and cling went the little ringing noise of the fire gong in the little fireman's house. Barked the big Dalmatian dog. Barked the little Dalmatian dog. Fire, 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 called the people in the streets. Then out from the big firehouse came the big fireman in his big fire engine with his big Dalmatian dog running behind him. And out from the little firehouse came the little fireman with his little puppy dog running along behind him. The big engine blew its big moaning siren to tell everyone to get out of the way. And the little fire engine blew its little moaning siren. And then they came to a great big house on fire. When the big fireman got there, he said, "Ho, ho, what a big roaring fire."
Fire, 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 raging all about. Here come the firemen to put the fire out. The great big ladder, up it goes, a great big fireman, great big hose, shooting water with a great big roar till the great big fire isn't there anymore. Fire, 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 raging all about. Here come the firemen to put the fire out. The small, small ladder, up it goes, a small, small fireman, small, small hose, squirting water on a flaming wall, but the big, big fire didn't mind at all.
But when the little fireman got to the big fire, he said, oh dear, that fire is too big for me." So with a away he went until he came to a little house on fire. And when he got there, he pulled out his little hose and he squirted water on the little flames until the fire was all out. But the big fireman had a bigger fire, and he had to squirt his big hose for a long, long time until the fire was all out. When the big fire was all splashed out with water, and when the little fire was all splashed out with water, the two firemen jumped on their fire engines and went home with their black and white Dalmatian dogs running along behind them. The big fireman ate a great big lamb chop and a great big dish of pink ice cream. Then he jumped into bed and went right to sleep. And the little fireman ate a very little lamb chop and a very little dish of pink ice cream. Then he jumped into bed and went right to sleep. And the great big fireman dreamed a very little dream. And the little fireman dreamed a great big dream.
Fire, 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 raging all about. There go the firemen who put the fire out. They scale their ladders, squirt their hoses, smoke gets in their eyes and noses, pour the water on each nook and smash through flame with axe and hook. Then home they go when the fire is out and people shout their praise, while big bells clang, make way for us who fought the roaring blaze. No more fire raging all about. There go the firemen who put the fire out. There go the firemen who put the fire out.